This third-generation Lexus IS is much improved, but it's still tasked with the same simple mission. It needs to be a car that you'd enjoy owning more than a Mercedes C-Class, an Audi A4 or a BMW 3 Series, the three leading choices in the compact executive saloon segment. The objective then is straightforward, but achieving it is anything but, as other brands who simply tried to copy the winning Teutonic formula have found to their cost. Lexus used to be one of these, but with this Mark III Model IS they've been a bit cleverer, primarily through the offering of petrol-electric hybrid power rather than the kind of 2-litre diesel engine business buyers will be used to. It's a refreshing approach for people in search of something just that little bit different.
From the get-go, this IS feels like it's going to be good to drive, and the suspension and steering improvements that have been made to this revised third-generation model certainly deliver in this regard. As before, there's no diesel option, buyers instead being restricted to a couple of four-cylinder petrol engine choices. These include the conventional 245 bhp 2-litre turbo unit fitted to the IS 200T variant that almost no one in this country buys, and the full hybrid IS 300H variant that we're trying here, the petrol-electric model. And that makes a 2.5-litre petrol unit with a compact electric motor to deliver a system output of 223 bhp. Unfortunately, this setup has to work via a belt-driven eCVT auto gearbox that's frustratingly unresponsive when you bury the throttle, although it's fine when you're merely ambling around. Lexus includes a clever ASC or active sound control setup to provide a bit of synthesized engine noise. Plus, all models get a standard drive mode select system that tweaks the engine output, the throttle response and the gear shift times via normal, sport and eco settings. Select Eco and an entry-level IS 300H SE variant is capable of up to 67.3 mpg on the combined cycle and 97 grams per kilometre of CO2. And that makes this derivative just as economical as most 2-litre diesel rivals, at the same time as being cleaner in emissions that are generated from cheaper fuel. If you're more interested in drive dynamics though, then you'll be target market for an F-Sport trim level that gives you the option of AVS, adaptive variable suspension. Lexus switched decisively from bland to bold with this Mark III Model IS, and this revised version adopts an even more assertive persona. As before, this saloon body style remains all that Lexus is prepared to offer. Now let's move inside. Now with most rivals in this segment, you have to spend quite a lot to get a really luxurious feeling cabin, but in an IS there's a premium feel to the interior right across the range. The update changes made here are as subtle as the outside ones, with perhaps the most significant alteration being a slight reduction in the width of the console that's provided for the audio and ventilation controls. Now that allows these driver and passenger knee pad panels to now run right up into the centre stack, where twin vents are provided and they're separated by this lovely analogue clock. Above that sits the obligatory infotainment screen. This is the 7-inch monitor that's provided with the Lexus Media Display fitted to most IS models. Go for one of the really plush variants, and either as standard or as an option, a larger 10.3-inch screen is provided as part of the Lexus Premium Navigation System. Time to move rearwards, and there's really only space for two back here, and that's something guaranteed by this extremely prominent transmission tunnel. Finally, let's take a look in the boot. Now, the 480-litre capacity of the minority interest IS200T variant matches the prevailing class standard, but the fact that batteries have to be housed beneath the floor of this hybrid IS300H model robs the trunk area of 30 litres of space. Need more space? Well, as we mentioned earlier, there's no estate body style option, but if you've avoided entry-level trim, there is the option of being able to push forward the rear seat backs. Already, this IS has been a quietly successful model line for Lexus, clocking up over 1 million sales, with 6,000 new owners taking delivery every month. It could be, though, that its most significant years are yet to come. With the future of diesel increasingly shrouded in doubt, the brand's decision to persevere with hybrid power as an alternative to mainstream black pump fuel motoring is now starting to look very clever indeed. In summary, It's the best small Lexus yet made, and that makes it a very desirable thing indeed.